ముందుగా ప్రియమైన విద్యార్థులకు మరియు వారి తల్లిదండ్రులకు నమస్కారం. నా పేరు కె వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజ్ చైర్మన్. నేను ఈ రోజు 10th క్లాస్ విద్యార్థులను దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకొని మాట్లాడడం జరుగుతుంది. అది ఏమిటనగా, మనందరికీ తెలుసు, గత 2 సంవత్సరాలుగా కరోనా కారణంగా విద్యార్థులు ఎటువంటి పరీక్షలు రాయకుండానే పై తరగతులు పంపడం జరుగుతుంది. ఫలితంగా ఐఐటి జేఈ మరియు నీట్ లాంటి జాతీయ స్థాయి పరీక్షలను సాధించడం కష్టతరం అవుతుంది. దీనిని అధిగమించడానికి మరియు 10వ తరగతి పరీక్షలో అత్యధిక మార్కులు సాధించడానికి నేను మీ ముందుకు కె వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజ్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ ద్వారా అనుభవజ్ఞులైన అధ్యాపకులచే ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులు, హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్ మరియు గత ప్రశ్నపత్రాల సమాధానాల విశ్లేషణ ఇవ్వబడును. కాబట్టి నేను విద్యార్థులకు చెప్పదలుచుకున్నది ఏంటంటే, ఈ ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులను మరియు హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్లను క్లాస్ రూమ్ లో కూర్చొని చదువుకున్నంత సీరియస్ చదువుకోవాలను. ఇంకొకటి ఏమిటనగా, ఈ యొక్క క్లాసులు విన్న వెంటనే అర్థం చేసుకొని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయవలను. ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడం అంటే కేవలం చదవడం కాదు, పేపర్ మీద రాయవలను. అలాగైతే గుర్తుండిపోతుంది. దీంతో పాటు మీ యొక్క నాలెడ్జ్ ని పరీక్షించుకున్న కొరకు త్వరలో ప్రీ ఫైనల్ పరీక్షలు కూడా నిర్వహించబడు. ఈ యొక్క అవకాశాన్ని సద్వినియోగం చేసుకోవాలని 10th చదివే విద్యార్థులకు విజ్ఞప్తి చేస్తున్నాను.
When the elections are going to happen in 1 or 2 months, I became the caretaker. When the notice came, I became completely the one person to taking the responsibility of this house, and after 1 month I will resign. That's it. Next, if more than 3 security vehicles are used in campaigning, it should be shown in the poll expenditure. For example, PM has a full security, jet plus security, everything, but that security should be cut down that time, elections time. Next, the public properties like government buildings, offices, places shall not be used for the campaigning. You should not use that I am the CM of this state, so I can use any building. So any building of government I can use as a campaign. No, it will be as a rigging again. It will be as a the things misusing of the official power. Okay. So next, before giving announcements on TV, political parties shall obtain permission from the election commission, because election commission will play key role here. You should always take the permission of the election commission, right? That is one thing. And after the elections, notification is issued. So the ruling government shall not release any grants. For example, this day notification came, you should not release any grants. That's a ban on grants. You can say that, ban on grants. Very, very important. Grants means you should not declare the grants, 100 crores, 1000 crores, you should not give that projects. And the very next topic, coming to that, conduct of the elections at various level. What is it means? Coming to that, just a second, we will go to that topic. Now that topic will give us broad idea about how the elections are going on in our regional level, state level, and as well as the national level. So 10th class students have very much curiosity to learn how the elections are going on, because they are at 15 or 16. When they become the 18, they will get the voting right. They want to give their first vote. That time what happens, I will tell you. See, coming to the down from regional level. Regional means Gramin, you can say that, village. We will discuss step by step, right? Village is one part. And next, coming to the state. And next, India or national. You can say that, national. Okay, these are the 3 levels. Now coming to the part, in regional itself, there are the many subcategories. One is village, and next one is mandal, and the next one is district, right? Everyone knows this simple structure. So this district, what I want to give you broad idea about that, how these elections are going on. So village, how? So village, what they will do? There will be a state election commission. So state election commission will declare the notification. State elections will going on. So that state elections, here sarpanch will be there. President used to call sarpanch. That election is the very crucial here. How you will conduct that election? According to my knowledge, or whatever the knowledge provided in the Constitution of India, wards means, see, if you want to rule, if you want to give some guidance to the one class of people, for example, I have the 50 students. If I want to give one work to them, okay, what I will do? I will tell them so and so work, tomorrow do it. Can I check 50 students copies individually? How much time it will take? It will take for me 100 minutes, for example. 100 minutes means if I want to simplify that work, what I will do? I will tell them very simple manner. I will divide into the blocks. Okay, 50 people are there. There is the 5 blocks. That means 10 groups will come. Now what I will call them? I will call one A group. Come A group. I will simply correct it and I will give it to them. And I will call B group. Like I will reduce the efficiency also, time also, and I will increase the efficiency. Sorry for that. I will increase the efficiency. So by these things, I can change that. So increasing efficiency and reducing the wastage of time. If 50 students came at a time, what I will do? Nothing. If I call the block by block, so same thing. What they will do? Wards. Wards means in a village, they will split like this. Okay, first block, second block, third, fourth, fifth, like that, six. So they will divide it. Now 6 lakh population became the 6,000 only. 6,000 people you can control very easily in one booth. So that is the thing they will do, and they will elect the sarpanch. Simple manner, nothing else. And mandal you will elect the, so many people are there. Mandal Parishad chairman. Have you heard that MPTC elections? This is the Mandal Parishad chairman. I am not going in detail. So as per my knowledge, it is sufficient for you. And district, there will be a JPTC, Jilla Parishad chairman. So this is the Jilla Parishad chairman. Same process. Here mandal will be divided into the blocks and it will be elected. And JPTC, all mandals will be divided into blocks and JPTC election will be conducted. And coming to the next part, that is the state election. State election, how we are going to, it is very crucial for us and we can discuss into the next lecture. I hope you understand this concept clearly. So thank you for that. We will continue in the next lecture. Hi, welcome back. We are continuing the election process of India. So previous lecture I explained about that. So how to conduct the elections in various state levels, in the state level and as well as the national level and Grameen level. I discussed that lecture. Now I am going to discuss. So the returning officer. Who is that returning officer? Returning officer is the person. He always takes care of elections conduction. So that means he always think that how to conduct the elections in the present state or the present things. So mostly who will be the in charge of these elections? So the IAS officer will be the concerned department. He will take care of that all the election process. Returning officer means what is the duties of the returning officer? The duties of returning officer, he will take care of the elections, first point, and the second point is he can take care of the electoral roll process also, electoral rolls. He will give the just a sign and electoral rolls, whatever the things is there, he can take care of that. And chief election officer, we can call him also. Returning officer can be called as a chief election officer, nothing but CEO. So that's shortcut, the chief election officer. And the nomination, main important thing I want to convey that if any member of the person, like member of the legislative assembly, member of parliament, he is the person, concerned person, he should give the nomination, right? That nomination will be approved by this person, returning officer. If he is not signed on the nomination, what will happen? So that nomination got rejected. So that means no more that candidate can contest in elections. That is the process. Coming to the district collector, so that means IAS officer again, he will be the chief election officer. He can take care of the entire district elections. That's it, the district election. See, here also IAS officer is there. This IAS officer is specially appoints to that post at that time of the election. This is not mentioned in the constitution. So returning officer, so this post is just temporary to the election time only. That time he is just monitoring. But as well as the district collector, that time DC will be there. What he used to do, that DC, district collector used to do that only one district he will take care of. But this person will take care of entire state appointed to him. So that is only the main difference between them. Okay, to conduct and monitor elections, in every constituency, an officer is appointed. He or she is called returning officer. Okay, that is the definition for him, right? So the candidates who registered their names and the voter list are eligible to and zeal to be elected as the representatives and submit their nomination papers to the returning officer. Coming to that returning officer, what he is to do, scrutinize and nomination. For example, I am the person contesting as an MLA. Okay, I have to submit my nomination. That nomination, I have to fill everything, whatever the criminal records on me, whatever the assets to me, whatever the family, my wife name and whatever the name of the assets on her name and the children, whatever the things. So after that he will take the decision. Sir, you are not eligible because the thing is you have so much of assets, you are not filing IT. So that is also maybe one reason to disqualify a one person initial stage itself. Next, coming to that, when candidate is nominated, so here party nomination will be there. Party means, so some party will provide the funding, and the next, as well as, so remaining people, independent people. Independent means he is the candidate of the independent, he is not belongs to the any party. See, I will tell you the difference. One thing is party candidate, party, or without party you can call it as independent, right?
Hello students, myself is Sanjay Kumar Singh and I did my BE from Birla Institute of Technology, Misra, and I am having 18 years experience of teaching. Now I am associated with KVC classes. Now here the advantage which you people are going to get, that there is a technical pool of faculty, mostly from IITs. So this is one of the biggest enabler for achieving your success. The second best thing is that doubt classes and all, they are conducted in the presence of faculties. So third is that your entire curriculum, timing of teachings, all is being monitored by ITians and NITians. So come here and join us.
Independent candidates. So these two people, what is the difference? He is the support of the party. Support means, so like funding will be coming from the party, right? For whatever the election campaigns, election rallies, so the party will be funding, and as well as he will serve to the party. That means whatever the income, not income levels, whatever the contribution means winning to the party, and make sure that that party should win in the election, his responsibility. But here candidate have only one responsibility, winning. He will take care of his winning, nothing else, right? So that is only one thing, a difference. Next, coming to the next topic today in the lecture, that is the voting mechanism. What is voting mechanism? I just want to know that. Voting mechanism means what? I never heard that. So from the independence, so that is like voting mechanism means from independence we are using that ballot box. So that ballot box, always you can think that when ballot box means one box will be there will be a opening, you can drop your slip, okay, so that will be a stamped slip, nothing else. But the technology has changed, the technology got revolution came. So the technological revolution came up with a new change, that is called electronic voting machine. Now coming to the part of that, everyone in India, even though illiterate, literate, everyone, they are taking care of their vote and they are giving their vote with a like electronic voting machine. Even so many countries got shocked that India, how it is possible, because in India only 60% of the just literate, and even though in that the nominal like 40% only the graduates. And what about the strength of the voting percent, have you observed? It is 80%, even 90% voting is there. That means out of 100 people, 90 people are coming to the vote. That most of that are illiterate, but how they are giving their vote through the electronic voting machine, that is like that, we such a way the government has designed the EVM like that. Not government, as ECI, Election Commission of India. We are proud to say that India is giving an opportunity to everyone to vote. So that is EVM, right? So now it modified to the EVM, electronic voting machine. In the previous lecture, I explained that when the EVM came into India, 1996, it came into India, and 2014 general election or 2011 general election, I guess, not 11, I'm not sure that 10, I guess. So that is that from that time onwards, it is like continuously EVM is so running successfully till 2019 also. Okay, general election everywhere. So in EVM, what will be there? So the voting mechanism means voting machine will be there, as well as the polling officers will be there, and polling agents will be there, presiding officer will be there. So everyone has certain role. So they has to perform that. Polling officer, he will take care of the how many votes are polled. Next, polling agents means they will take care of that. So whether your name is in the electoral roll or not, that is also they will take care of that. Next, general elections. Coming to the general elections, the topic is general election. In that by elections also there. So I want to explain about general elections. Right. Okay. The small story of this entire democracy, the general elections. Even if elections are happening in India means the entire world will watch how will happen, because the population of India is approximately 125 crores as of now. But think, so approximately 80 crores voters will be there. Do you know that advanced country like America, so having only 27 crores of people for voting? But imagine that this many people, how they are voting, who are counting that votes. So it will take so much of time, right? So it will take, I think so, 1 month of time to count, to release the elections, to release the notifications, to maintain this all these things. So for that we need a span of that. See, for after the elections, if PM died, what will happen? Or if CM died, or if government collapsed. So there are many situations to conduct re-elections. That is also one more point. So here the small story is entire democracy or entire world is watching towards India, what they are doing in elections time. How efficient election commission of India, how efficient the election process of India. So every 5 years India is successfully conducting the elections, even though government collapse in between, they are again ready to conduct the elections, because never ever compromise on the election things. So that is the commitment towards the democracy. We want to prove it that, so if the government collapses in the meanwhile, we are ready to conduct the elections, and people are ready to vote. Again, they are ready to vote their favorite leader or their desired leader, you can say that. So midterm elections means half of the assembly. The midterm elections term, this is 5 years, every 5 years. Midterm, what is midterm? Midterm means maybe 2.5 years. That means government collapse, or 3 years, you can say that probably. And next is by-elections. What is by-elections? You can say that by-elections are if candidate dies in his post or in his MLA position or MP position, we will conduct the by-elections. Unfortunately, he died. So the next candidate, because without the representative, we can't leave even one constituency also. So that is our commitment towards this constitution. Every time we will prove that we will conduct the by-elections. If the time period is very less than 6 months, then for general elections we will leave it. But even 1 year also we can't leave it, right? So now coming to the vote reject. What is vote reject? So I want to prove that vote reject means nota. Okay. So even when we are writing exams, we always think that how to go for the nota. Nota means none of the above. Okay, all options are wrong. So what is your option? So only none of the above. So that nota is came in the, I already explained this concept in the People's Union of the Civil Liberties case. 2013 Supreme Court given a verdict that everyone has the right to reject the candidate. Okay, you have right to vote as well as you have right to reject. That two are the constitutional rights. Nobody can change these things. Okay. Coming to that, so Nota 2013 Supreme Court given this verdict. So PUCL, People Union Liberty case. So that is the things, civil liberties, right? So next, the need for the Madhya Pradesh. For example, I want to give you one quotation here. The Supreme Court stated that Nota is a part of the freedom of expression. Article 19. Again, you can quote here. Nota is a part of Article 19. Everybody knows about the fundamental rights, right? So because when I was studying in the childhood, that fundamental rights are there. So that fundamental rights are freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of profession, freedom of trade, freedom of cooperative form, cooperative societies. These all are Article 19, the part of 19. So this Article 19 given the freedom of rejection also. That is also part of a freedom of expression, right? See, when you are not don't want to do anything, so when you doesn't want to do one work actually, so is there any freedom of expression to express that? Yes, you have definitely. Because the thing is, for example, you went to one exam hall, for example, you doesn't want to write that exam. You will fail. That's it, nothing else. But you have freedom of to reject that exam also. So that is only one thing. So, but don't do that as a students, please. So next, Mizoram, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh in 2013 assembly elections. Nota option came. So they are now all over India. Nota option is there. Oh, now next I am going for the next topic. That is that need for electoral reforms. Right? What is meant by that word? What is reforms? How reforms will change our country? See, this is the reforms. Why I am writing this word? Because everyone's life we need reforms, right? Because certain point of time we need change. We need always change, because thing is, if we are static, we will never develop. If we are dynamic only, then only we will develop. See, the technology has changed, the human population has changed, the things have changed. Nowadays there is no concept of DMart, there is no concept of more, there is no concept of buy and pick, these things. Now it came, because why? Because we are living in a society, it always continuously needs the change, right? So that change came, right? So like need of electoral reforms, I want to quote here one thing. Okay, you may think that he is promoting, but the thing is, I want to tell that the fact, because I am also from the IIT, so I have to tell that. The thing is, if you are going for next academic year or next academic year IIT, so everyone's goal is IIT, right? Here, assuming that IIT, JEE, most people will prefer this only. This also reform in life, and some people reform NEET. So I want to tell you one thing. If you are going for these exams, you have to go for these colleges, right? So because see, what my observation when I was studying, so you want to go for the things, whatever the reforms you need in your life, you have to go for that only. So for example, if I want to study IIT JEE means, you have to go for to concern that colleges. So now in my lifetime I have seen some colleges offering particularly that curriculum designed according to that. So that is called reform actually. See, reform means, it's not, reform means, see, normal intermediate we used to study, but reforms came means they started inter plus IIT. That means everybody will aspiring for this, right, nowadays, because if you are keeping money for your future, for children, so they are preferring that course.